computer. Hi, and welcome to the first week of April 2023. I'm Alice Grist, and this is Nikki Cotton with me. I point upwards, but sometimes on the video, she's actually in another direction. And we're going to pull cards for the whole month of April and this first week of April. So obviously this is our deck that we created, Rebel Heart Tarot, full of beautiful, colourful, funky, rebellious imagery. Thank you for that, Nikki.
All
And
right.
shall we get on and see what the cards are?
April, got our fourth month of the year. It's just, I don't know, Easter. I don't know where this last term has gone with the kids at school. It's just blink and it's disappeared, isn't it?
I'm sure it's just going to be another one of those years where we're like,
Fast forward.
there you go. It's Christmas
Gone.
again.
The Hanged Man.
Oh, is that our card for the month?
Yeah, after March being so dynamic and full on hectic, yeah, it seems weird that we're having a moment of peace, maybe. So lots of thinking to do, maybe lots of waiting.
Yeah, frustration can be the more negative side of the Hanged Man. I like the Hanged Man though, because we need these periods of being in between spaces and not being able to rush forward in the way that we'd like to. Because if we could constantly rush forward in the way we'd like to, we might kind of rush into all kinds of perilous situations or things that aren't ready for us yet, or things that we're not ready for. And actually, the Hanged Man allows for us to just pause and be with what's already with us, and appreciate that and bring our energy to that space of the present.
It's a word that I really struggle with. I had it as a word for the year once, which, yeah, I never did it again because I needed patience for absolutely everything that I encountered. But yeah, I think sometimes we just need to slow and take stock, don't we?
And let's remember there's magic in the patient.
Yeah.
You know, if we, as much as we want everything last week, allowing things to unfold in their own unique way is really powerful. And in the meantime, I mean, look how dynamic she does actually look. She's holding that incredible yoga pose. She's wearing her bright, colorful outfit. You know, you can still bring dynamism to right here, right now, without it meaning that you have to be launching somewhere else or doing something else or being elsewhere. It's just bring all of that energy of desire and ambition and hope to here.
Less running to stand still and more just being in the moment.
Yeah, because it's from this moment that we eventually are going to move on. And if we've not given this moment our full attention, what might we be missing?
Well, maybe this is that moment. I've just said the year seems to be rushing headlong into kind of summer or whatever, and before we know it, it'll be Christmas again. And actually, maybe we need a bit of this just to slow down and take stock.
Yeah, definitely. And it's pleasant as well, you know, it's nice to just take the foot off the gas.
Yeah.
And kind of explore our inner space and our inner self and just really slow down for a little while. And I'm sure the energy will pick up again soon.
Yeah, and then we'll all be going, oh, a little bit more Hanged Man space would be lovely.
Yeah. So that is our card for the whole month.
Yes.
So that is just bring yourself back to that card when you perhaps feel that you want to fast forward and you can't get to where you need to go, or things aren't happening quick enough, or you're waiting for responses or answers and they're just not coming. Get your head in Hanged Man and just think, okay, this isn't, you know, present right now. This thing that I'm hoping for, it's not present, but what is present? And bring yourself back to the here and the now.
Yeah.
So should we take a card now for the very first week of April 2023?
Justice.
Oh, well, you know, I like the Hanged Man and Justice card together. I think they sit really well. They're both about getting something right, and we might not be sure what that thing is, but it has to be perhaps prioritizing our inner needs, so that the balance is amended. And I feel like that's true of the Hanged Man too, is like we want to be elsewhere, but actually we need to fix something inwardly first. And Justice is very much about hanging our understandings of life and what we're willing to do around prioritizing ourselves, which we often probably don't do as much as we could.
to
We
do.
prioritize family or friends or work,
Yeah,
the needs of clients, all kinds of other people's needs, our dogs, our cats, they all
yeah.
get prioritized before our own. But actually, how would life shift if you were to prioritize yourself? How does the cosmic balance kind of reclaim itself?
I think she popped up, didn't she, a couple of times in February, wasn't it?
She was a very popular card in
Yeah.
February, yeah.
I think it works well with it. I think it's coming back to ourselves and just taking a moment. We all need a bit of that.
Yeah, so I think those two cards combined, particularly that first week of April,
Yeah.
is going to be intensive in terms of having to be within ourselves, which can be the harder work. We might have the big hopes and plans and ambitions that feel like the thing that we need to do and that is profoundly important. But are we avoiding something that's right here? Like
Probably
healing,
running away, isn't it?
personal growth, kind of just sitting, resting. So I'm going to read justice
Okay.
from the little guidebook. So truth, karmic, natural law, equality, order, and honesty. Where is the truth? This is what this card is relentlessly digging for. Justice has a way of knocking your plans off course until inner alignment prevails. Wear as many dazzling lies or warped understandings as you like. The comeuppance is that you will be forced to get deep with your truth, even if that feels like a karmic kicking. Justice is not about punishment, though. It is about being told over and over who you are until you start to live it. Your spirit wants you to be you, to follow your passion, to speak from your heart, and to communicate plainly and without distraction. The less you do this of your own accord, the more life will force you to do it. As this card arises, you are called to represent yourself with honesty and full transparency. Anything else will be found wanting, and you will be sent back to the drawing board. Be with your truth to ensure that what you get is what you deserve. Personal prompt. How have I been dishonest or engaged in white lies? Journal with clarity on this to bring it to your own honest attention. Power affirmation. Truth is my rock steady power.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard card, actually, because I think a lot of the, people might be listening thinking, oh, but I'm an honest person. I'm a good person. And my question would be, well, are you entirely? Like, I think we all wear masks that are
Yes.
in a facade and a kind of a lie in some respects. And we all tell little white lies or, blur the truth at times.
Well,
And if
also
you're learning,
we say to ourselves as well, isn't it?
that's what I was about to say. Yeah, we tell ourselves we're okay when we're not, and that we're happy when we're not, or we can tolerate something when we can't, which is so damaging.
Yeah.
So I think it's really sourcing what is it you're telling yourself that's okay that perhaps isn't.
Yeah. And maybe that's why we're doing the Hanged Man as well. It's time to stop and take stock and shift.
Yeah, be really, really painfully honest with yourself, and but trusting that will lead to something better.
It's that thing though, isn't it? The life of that busyness is easy to be busy, so you don't stop and deal with the stuff you don't want to deal with, be it internal or external. And I think it's that human doing rather than human being, isn't it? We need to sometimes just stop and realign with ourselves and stop running away from it. So it'll come and bite you on the bum at some point. So sometimes you have to just get on with it and deal with it.
That's a fun week, isn't it? Oh,
But we
Lordy.
get to
So
eat
first week of
chocolate.
April, soul searching, and
We get to eat lots of chocolate whilst doing it. Easter eggs.
yeah. I can't eat that at the minute for various
Oh
reasons.
no, it makes you feel sick, doesn't it?
Make me feel sick.
I'll eat your portion.
Thank you. All right then. Let's close this out now. So obviously this is Rebel Heart Tarot. We'll be back again next week with more card pulls for the second week of April. Let us know in the comments how these cards are perhaps speaking to your current circumstances.
Yeah, let's hope they're a bit lighter than this week.
Yeah. let's see. Okay.
All
See
right.
you next week.
See you. Bye.